Okay, hi, hello, good afternoon,
Hello. Yes, good morning, ma'am. How are you?
Suresh, right? Your name is
Yes, ma'am.
Suresh.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So I welcome you on my YouTube channel, Sweta's English Lifestyle. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to have this session.
Yes, I'm very excited also because now it's my first time
First time.
on camera. Yes, so I'm little bit nervous. So yeah,
No problem, no problem. It's your first conversation with somebody, and that is also on video call. So, of course, it is natural feeling and it is natural way to think in this way also, we can say. No
yes.
problem. You can just have a conversation with me. That is general conversation, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
So
So first we do introduction,
yes.
round, I would say. So can we start with the introduction? So may I know about you?
So as you know, my name is Resh. Basically, my hometown is Uttarakhand, but now I'm living in Karnal with my family. Yeah, it has been living here around
Where are you living?
50.
That I didn't catch. Could you repeat it? You are from Uttarakhand, right?
Yes, yes, yes. My hometown is Uttarakhand. I'm Pahadi.
Mm.
Yeah. So do you know Pahadi?
Okay. Yes, of course I know. Why not?
Yes. But
But
now I'm
now
living.
currently, where are you staying?
I living in Karnal.
Okay.
Yeah, with my family. So my total schooling completed here. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I have my BCA. I have done my
Mm-hmm.
complete my BCA. Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, after completing my graduation, but hello, hello, hello. I'm audible to you.
Yeah. Uh, can we start again your introduction?
After completing my graduation, so after I did not decide my future. So what to do
Mm-hmm.
next? So that time I want to work in coding.
Mm-hmm.
So that time I did not have coding skills. So that's why my mother most of the time encouraged me, you find a job because now your graduation is completed. So I joined Dila Pharmacy.
Okay.
I worked there. So I worked there for 2 years.
Mm.
Yeah. So recently I quit my job because I want to I start my career in IT field. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's I decided to switch my domain. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and
So
I want to improve my communication
now,
skills.
did you start?
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
You
yes.
want to improve your communication skills. Mm-hmm.
So that's why most of the time I watching your videos. So yeah. So you speak
Mm.
very clear, and so that's why I'm watching your videos. But I'm
Okay. Are you learning?
yes, yes, ma'am. I'm learning.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So that's
Great.
why yeah. So that's why I want to connect with you and talk with you.
Mm-hmm. So this is
Yeah.
your first conversation, right? So
Yes.
yes, I got to know about yourself. That's great initiative that you have taken and first session with me. So thank you so much. It's great for me and for you as well because it's your first
Yes.
conversation, and when people join me for the first time for having first session, I also feel great because they have some, they feel that they can do now first session with this mem so that they can feel comfortable or they can start their journey also. Many people have told me in this way, so I feel great for that. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I
Yes.
would like to say, I think you want to say something, please. You can continue.
I want to tell you, ma'am. So I want to enhance my communication skill because I want to crack my interview in English because I want to work in IT sector. So there most of the people speak
Mm.
English. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you give me some suggestion for improving English? So I am telling.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, why not? So first of all, I would like to know how long have you been learning and what are you doing to learn language, and in a day, how do you learn this language? Please let me know first.
Most of the time I am using a peer app. Do you know peer app?
I know.
Yes. Most of the time I'm using this. Whenever I'm getting free, then I'm using this application. So
Mm.
yeah. So
Is it helping you?
sometime I yes, yes, yes. I'm using this application around 50 days.
50 days.
Yeah. So it's my yes, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
50 days you have been speaking on
So ma'am,
autopilot, right?
yes, yes, yes. But sometimes suppose to make very late.
Hello. Yeah, you're audible to me. You're audible to me. And now we can start.
Okay, so I forget. So sometimes I don't make sentence, ma'am. So so it is not it is very hectic for me.
I can understand you, Suresh, but how you practice? Okay, are you giving your 100%? Do you speak with people? Now, this is your initial time. How do you speak in a
Yes,
day, right? And what
yes, yes.
practices you do? That is really important, and that depends on your practical method, I would say. So, do you do
Yes.
practically, or what do you do? Only watching videos, or what type of things you are doing for learning? You can tell me first, then I can understand.
Yes. Sometimes I watch videos. Most of the time I watch your videos.
Sometimes,
I'm,
sometimes
yes,
you watch,
yes. I'm not.
not
No,
daily,
yes, yes. No, no, no. Because
but daily watching is important here.
yeah, I know, ma'am. But sometimes I do other work.
But
So,
Suresh, you need to understand that consuming is very important. Now, native speakers are not going to come for you to teach you, right? So, or
yeah,
give you speeches. What we can do, we have phone, we can watch videos just for the listening, because whatever you are going to speak, if you don't have in your mind any sentences, words, or you don't understand language, or you don't have vocabulary also, so you get stuck. As you said that I get stuck, I don't get word sentences, or I can't make sentences. So for this you need to listen so many videos every single day. Any videos that you listen, try to listen. And also, how do you listen? That is also important here to understand, that how do you listen. I listen. Still, I am working on my skills. English language I'm speaking, but still, I listen a lot of videos to understand words, sentences which I don't know, which I don't use. Still, I listen. There are many words, many sentences which I don't know, you don't know. But for that, are you listening or not? Are you consuming content just for the improvement, not for the watching, but for the improvement, or understanding a lot of word sentences for that matter? And when you understand, when you watch, when you listen attentively, you speak. When you speak, you can speak those sentences, those words which you listen, which you understand, which you focus attentively while listening. You can speak those sentences. You can speak. And for speaking, what do? You just use application. So is it helping you, or are you speaking in a day or not? Tell me first.
so ma'am, one day once I using this app, peer app.
Mm-hmm.
When I use peer app, at that time I was stuck because most of the time I nervous when I speak on other people's like a co-learners.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but now
Okay.
I speak a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. How do you speak? What do you speak? How do you speak? In a day, how do
Uh,
you start speaking? Since morning, what do you do? How do you speak English?
how do you speak? So
You use application only, or what do you do for the
no, no,
speaking
no.
part?
Sometime uh, I practice in writing.
Mm.
I do practice writing, and sometimes uh, I watching videos on you, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes uh, I do shadowing practice.
Okay.
Yeah. So these all of things I do.
Yeah. So, Suresh, what I can say here, you are not visible right now. Again,
Yes,
you got stuck. Yeah. So I observed one thing, that you are saying sometimes I'm doing this, sometimes I'm trying this. But why are you
yes.
not doing regularly? Shadowing technique helps a lot, which you told. This technique is really helping for anyone, for me also, for anyone. I also
Yes.
focus this technique. I also follow this technique and I focus on my pronunciation, my speaking sentences, whatever I say from my mouth. Okay. So you also need to do in this way. Now, this is your initial time. Am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, your voice
Yeah.
so clear to
It's
hear.
your init. Yes, it is your initial time. Right now, you are a beginner. So, what you can do, you can start speaking with so many people on video call. Start this journey. Now, you are speaking. You are capable to understand me, right? You understand
Yes, yes, yes.
easily to start talking to a lot of people on video call and also record yourself. You can do practical method. Now it is time to do only practical method, that is speaking to people, speaking to yourself, record yourself and listen as much as you can. When
Yes,
you
yes.
listen you understand what to speak, what not. Now you don't listen or you don't speak, sometimes you we don't understand what we need to speak. Okay, regular practice is needed here.
Yes, yes.
Regular, yeah. In a day, what do you do?
Uh, now, ma'am, recently I worked in Jila Farm, but recently I quit my job. So I
Hmm.
want now I am searching new job.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And in a day, what do you do? Since morning till night, how do you spend your time? How do you spend your day?
so
Are you working
most,
properly for English language or not? I want to listen.
no, no, I am not practicing daily. Whenever I'm getting free, I'm using
Hmm.
a PRS app most of the time because
I would say because tell
yeah,
me because.
yeah. So sometimes I go to my friend house.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's why I don't study.
Hmm. Only
Yeah.
sometimes. For every activity you are mentioning,
Yes. Yes.
sometimes I do
Yes.
this, sometimes I
Yes.
do that.
Yes, consistency is more important for learning English. So can you give, ma'am,
Yeah.
can you tell me that grammar is more important for learning English?
Again, you got stuck. Grammar is important, but not important for English language. For important to understand sentence structure and also some meaning that why how we are making sentences. We can understand in this way, but speaking is the solution. So I would say speak up. Do you
Yes,
count
yes.
or do you know how many hours do you speak? I speak at least 3 to 5 hours in a day to to myself or with people, I would say. So ask yourself how many hours are you speaking in a day? Are you speaking or not?
What? Can you repeat?
Yeah, I'm asking that like in a day, do you speak or not? Right. That is you need
Yes,
to
yes,
understand.
yes,
Now,
yes.
I will tell you one thing from this video. Many people are there who are learning English language and they have always in their mind that grammar is important or not, or what technique I should use, or 21 days is 21 days challenge is enough for me to learn, or do I need to take challenge, or should I learn for 3 months, or how many months it will take to become fluent, or how do I speak? What should I do? Only these kind of questions we have in our mind. In your mind or in your brain, do you have to speak or not? Or you are taking a lot of things in your mind that I need to do this and that. I need to search on YouTube that, okay, how can I be fluent or any other journey we watch a lot. But I'm saying that we know listening practice do first listening a lot and speak up. Speak up with people, speak with yourself. That is the ultimate solution. And goal is also to speak fluent. So speak up every day and count how many hours do you speak. And also, I will say one thing I will say here that is like you, there are many people who are using this kind of applications, like audio applications, right? So that is what I want to say them here that only do not use applications for audio call. It's high time to take action for video call. That is, you can do now. You have done this. So, how are you feeling?
Yes,
This
yes,
is your first conversation, right? So this is
yes,
how you
yes.
need to do with a lot of people. Now you want to crack interview. So if you start talking to people, you will see you will be comfortable in this language. to talk to them. You will get sentences that you said, I can't get sentences, or when I speak, I don't get some word sentences to use. So when
yes,
you
yes,
talk to people, you'll get some word sentences easily with them also, and for with yourself also. You will understand by listening you are speaking, and you will talk to people, so you will understand how they speak.
yes,
These are
yes,
the practical method. So
yes,
people
yes,
ask that grammar is important or not, pronunciation is important or not. Everything is important. But
yes,
first thing that we need to do is speaking as much as possible. Speak up, and when we speak, we understand what we don't know. When you speak, that time you understand that my grammar is not good, my pronunciation is not good, I'm not speaking properly, my words and sentences are not coming. When you speak, that time you understand. Do you understand when you watch videos that time, or when you ask anyone? That time we don't understand anything, what we are doing and how we can do. But when we speak, that time we understand, right? You got stuck. What
yes.
happened? I think today's conversation is just in this way we are doing.
So,
No problem.
someone is calling me. Yeah. So
Hmm.
now we are. Yes, yes. Carry on, ma'am. What are you saying?
Yeah, so I have already told you everything. I think you have
Yes.
understood. I hope
Yes,
it
yes, ma'am.
helped you.
I totally. Yes, yes. I totally understand. What are you saying to me?
Mhm. Or also, you can do one thing, that practical method, as I told you, right? So, yes, what I was saying that always remember one thing from this session, that practical method helps to learn any language. Practical method is to speak up to people, to yourself, or in front of camera. But
Yes,
you
ma'am.
need to do practical method, speaking up the
Yes,
language,
yes,
right? So that is how you can start your journey. Set your mind. Just only not use application. It's high time to change yourself. It's high time to take challenges or action. That is video call conversation. And you can remember this is your first session, so you can take another session with another YouTuber, another people who speak English like this way. Okay. Or if you can also do one thing, that is, I will very soon I'll start group sessions. So there also you can
okay.
join for practice.
Yes,
There we will do so many activities, and so many topics we'll discuss, so many things we'll do for grammar, pronunciation, speaking, for the speaking what we can do. So everything that is we are going to do, like I will conduct session. For the group session you need to do for that, you can get a lot of
yes,
people to talk, right? And you will also speak with people
yes, yes.
practically. Mm.
Yes. So,
So that is
I
you
am
can do.
telling. So I studied in Hindi middle school. So where most of the people speak Hindi, and also my teacher also speak Hindi. So that's why my English not a good. So that is the reason.
Hmm.
That's why my
I
English.
can understand. That's why your English is not good. I can understand that. Why? Because I also studied in Bengali medium, not Hindi or not English, but Bengali medium, vernacular medium.
Yes,
And also, nobody speaks English in my locality. It's a rural area. In
yes,
countryside, I live here. And also, I don't have network in my village. But I took apartment in a rented house, I would say. And here I'm staying and doing everything to do something for myself and to improve myself, right? So we need to
so
take action, and at the same time we need to create an environment. For creating an environment you need to be ready for that. Are you ready to take action, or are you ready to create an environment? If you if you are not ready, so you cannot create an environment to practice, right?
yes, yes. So ma'am,
Yeah, so
so so your mother tongue is what is
okay, we
what
speak
is your
Hindi.
mother tongue?
Hindi.
Ma'am, I am telling you what is your mother tongue.
Yeah, we speak Hindi. We speak so many languages: Hindi, Bengali, then Nepali, Adivasi, so many language in my locality.
Okay,
Mm.
okay, okay.
What's your mother tongue?
My mother tongue is Pahadi, but I did not. I am totally understand, but I can't talk.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Why? You didn't learn your mother tongue?
Where, so my totally schooling here in city.
Okay. In city
Yes,
you
my
studied, so didn't you get opportunity to learn English?
no, no, no. When I studied in school, so that time I did not the importance of English because that time I good marks is enough for me that time.
Mm-hmm.
So after complete my graduation and I worked in Jila 2 years. After that, I decided to to work in Gurugram sector.
Mm.
So
Okay,
where
okay.
my friend told me, you
Mm-hmm.
first improve your English. So their recruiter interview in English give
Mm-hmm.
you.
Exactly.
So
First,
that's
you need to
why
improve your
English
English.
because English is global language. If you want to improve, if I want to grow in my life, so I should learn English. So now I'm focusing on my English. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now you need to learn anyhow, at any cost.
Yes.
Why? Because you have done your studies and you already worked also. And now, if you would not learn the language, then when? Right? So now you can learn this language and you are speaking. But one thing that I can say, you are now beginner right now. So that's why you are making mistakes or you don't have idea how to make sentences properly, how to
Yes,
communicate,
yes, right
how
now.
to
Yes.
talk topic. While speaking, you don't get word sentences and also you don't know how to
Yes.
communicate, right? Now you're not
Yes.
habituated
Yes.
also. You didn't start yet.
So are you practicing daily, ma'am?
I practice means I take classes. So there I speak.
Okay.
So that is how I take one-on-one session. Personal classes means like one-on-one session, as I told you, and also group classes I take. And I teach at institute. There I speak. And also you have seen my videos. So sometimes I make solo videos in front of camera. I speak. I don't have partners,
Okay,
but I
ma'am.
have created.
Yes, sir.
Mm.
Ma'am, you are you speak naturally, so that's why I watching your videos.
Mm.
So sometimes I watch another video, so I can't understand.
You don't understand.
So that's why. Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
yes.
You
So
understand
that's
my
why I'm not
videos
here.
when I speak
Yes, yes, yes,
easily. Is it easily
yes,
understandable video?
yes, yes,
Okay.
ma'am. You
I try
you
to
can grow.
speak simply, I would say. Simple
Yes, yes, ma'am.
language.
Yeah, your voice is nice and your video also nice. Yeah, so before earlier, I have created my YouTube channel. I
Mm.
have
Okay.
so I'm making vlog.
Mm.
I made a blog for this channel. So now I'm not making videos.
Hindi blog? Was it Hindi blog?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mm,
So Hindi blog you were
mm.
making, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. But for
So
the learning English, you need to make
mm,
environment. You need to immerse yourself. You can
yes,
make
yes.
in English blog. That is how also you can start.
So now where I live, most of the people speak Hindi and Haryanvi.
Okay.
Yes, there do most of the people speak. They don't
Mm.
they not speak English.
They not know. You can say they don't speak. They don't speak.
They don't speak. Yeah.
Yeah. Sentence
Yes.
structure you need to learn so that you
Yes.
can
Yes.
communicate. Yes. Before sentence structure or before learning these small things, how we can make sentences, you cannot communicate with a lot of people. So, what would you like to say to audience for this conversation? Any feedback or anything that you want to say?
So I'm watching your videos because if you are fresher, then you should watch your videos.
Hmm.
Yeah, you should watch your videos. So I'm telling you because you speak naturally. If you are beginner, then you can understand. You can easily understand.
Yes,
Yeah, how to
you're
speak.
right.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much for giving me feedback. And yes, people can
Yes.
watch this video. And I will also request to audience, viewers, anyone who is going to watch this video, like, share, and comment because I can see we have been working. for 2 years, like I have been connecting with a lot of co-learners and learners. English language learning journey I started in that way, joining with a lot of people, and I have been doing completely free session on YouTube. So people can like and comment and subscribe because this is how we can connect with the viewers, and it can give motivation to work harder, right? So this is how I
Yes,
can
yes.
say. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right, then. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day. Start your journey.
And
You
thank you.
did really great.
Thank you for having me, man. So I will connect you next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yes.
And try to speak for next time when you will
Okay.
connect with anyone. Try to speak up.
Yes. Okay, man. I will do.
Hmm. Your vision
Yes.
should be speaking language with anyone
Yes.
because
Yes.
now you need to speak. You are listening to everyone, but are you speaking? So if you're not speaking, then you need to speak. So whenever you join with people, try to speak from your side. Anything that you can speak, try to speak or
Yes.
convey
Yes.
your thought, your mindset, your goal, um, your feelings. You can express. So in English language, that is how we need to communicate. Express yourself, describe your things, share your feelings, and talk to English. That is how.